Yo, what is going on, guys? It's C-Breb. Welcome to another MLB The Show 19 card review. Today I'm going to be going over 99 overall finest Kirby Yates. This card is obtainable by locking in 7 of the finest players and making them non-sellable in the collections, and then you'll be rewarded with this card. So that's how you get them. I'll get right into the review. This card is a per-nines machine and does not fool anybody at the plate. Pretty much what you see is what you get with this card. His per nines are literally insane. He's got almost perfect hits per nine, perfect K per nine, almost 99 walks per nine. This card is just across the board almost perfect in every per nine category, and he can really put the ball wherever he wants. I notice a really good control with this card. I think it's a combination of his 96 walks per nine and his really smooth delivery. This card is very smooth on the mound and very easy to pitch with, which is both a pro and a con, because it also makes it so your opponent is super easy to read the ball out of his hand. So in my general opinion, I think this card is an absolute monster on Legend difficulty, and I think he's going to change his power level as you progress through ranked seasons. So on Legend, I think this is one of the best relievers in the game because his per nines are so good and you're going to be able to put the ball wherever you want. Your opponent's PCI is going to be so small that even though his stuff isn't that great, you're still going to get a lot of weak contact. So on Legend, I think this card is a beast. On Hall of Fame, I think this card is really good as well for much of the same reasons as he's good on Legend, but slightly worse because PCIs are bigger. And then I actually wouldn't recommend using this card in any capacity on All-Star difficulty. He really relies on his per nines to be effective, and people's PCIs are just way too big on All-Star to get away with using a card like this. So going into his stuff, I actually love his splitter a lot. Surprisingly, this year there's not a lot of good splitter throwers, especially out of the bullpen. Bruce Sutter is really the only one that comes to mind, and I think this card blows Bruce Sutter out of the water. This card does everything Bruce Sutter does, but better. He has better per nines pretty much across the board, and he throws a little bit harder, and he's easier to pitch with delivery wise. So if you're using Bruce Sutter, I would definitely consider upgrading to this card, or you can run with both if you really like splitters. But overall, I think the card's really good. The slider's kind of flat, doesn't really fool anyone. So really you're looking at 4-seam, 2-seam splitter. That's kind of how I pitched with him. And you want to make sure you're pitching to contact using those per nines as best you can. You're definitely not looking to strike people out with this card. You're looking to change speeds and generate weak contact because his stuff just isn't good enough to really fool good players all that often. So one more time going over it, his per nines are insane, so it's going to be very hard to square this guy up on higher difficulties, and therefore I think he's pretty good, actually really good. So if you're thinking about picking him up, it probably only costs you about 80k to get him, and if you quick sell the 7 players, that brings it down to like 50k. I don't know why you would do that until the end, but regardless, I think it's worth it, which is one of the questions I get often asked is this card worth it? I think so. He's just a really good reliever that's going to dominate on the highest difficulties. So, as always, we'll rate the card how he rates in the meta, and we'll rate him compared to how much he costs. How he rates in the meta, I'll give him an A-, not quite up there in the A's, A+, just because he's not going to be effective on All-Star, and I know a lot of people play on All-Star quite often. And for the price, I'll give him an A- as well. I definitely think 80k is more than fair for this card, and you actually get this card technically on your way to bigger and better cards as we progress through the finest collection. So if you're planning on getting the end game collection reward, which I think is going to be an insane card, you're going to get this guy anyway, so throw him in your bullpen. I definitely enjoyed using him. So I hope you all enjoyed this card review. Let me know down in the comment section below who you want me to review next. Enjoy the clips after this, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. None out, runners at first and second. This is flared out towards second. Over to Albies. On to first, but not in time. Grinding in, Kenley Jansen. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. This one's down to third. Rendon has it. Throw on to the first baseman, Murray, and that On the mound and start the home 7th. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that misses for ball 1. A ball and a strike. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. This is hit the other way out toward left field. McNeil is there. 1 down. He's set and the pitch. A ball and no strikes. 1-1 the count now. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in his repertoire to bury this guy and get him out of there.
Got him to go down swinging there. Willie Mays becomes the 2nd out of the bottom of the 7th. On to first. Tony Gwynn. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Now the 0-1. And that's lifted the other way out to left. McNeil on the move, and he tracks it down. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, give me a repeat performance of that last double. With a man on first right now, let him run, get you a ribby.
0-1 count. Here it comes. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2. And he looks at a ball. 1-2.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that